Before we tell this story, we will inform you with some background information before we jump into the story. Oedipus, who was the king of Thebes and father to Aescylus and Polynices, Oedipus didn't realize that he had married his own mother and had 2 daughters and then Aescylus and Polynices with her. Because of this, he blinded himself and cursed his 2 sons so that they would never become king and they would both end up killing each other. In order to avoid the blood, the 2 brothers agreed that they would switch off who would be the king every single year so that no one would get hurt. After a year Aescylus was in reign, he refused to step down, and that made Polynices mad, so he decided to raise an army to go against Thebes and his brother. This is when 7 against Thebes tragedy begins.
Everyone, the king speaks, who has rule over all Thebes. May Zeus be on our side. May everyone protect the city and their land, and be loyal to our city until we win this war. In doing this, the gods will protect us.
Aescylus, I have news for you. There are 7 warriors, chiefs of might, who have sacrificed bulls' blood to the gods of fight. Have your bravest and strongest men be at 7 gates fully armed. I will go back, mark my words. With more news, I return again.
Zeus, save this town. I know it's my fault that I'm cursed, but at least save this town for the people. I promise if you save this town, I will forever honor the gods.
Oh gods, please help us. What can I do to have you help us from these men on horses outside of the walls, kicking dust up into the air?
O gods, what have you done to deserve this? This is the hour of prayer, and I have prayed through it. I can see the sword and hear the clang with it and my spear. Why are you doing this to us?
Please, protecting gods, save us from the Argives might brought on by the war god's breath.
Aphrodite, queen of our race, place God's grace on our children. We need you.
Oh, how I hate the sound of the crashing on our gates, and the air full of the smell of spears. What made us want to have this war? What is the goal of all of this?
O daughter of Zeus, who guides the wavering fray, and Athena be with us today. Gods, come down on us and get rid of these 7 men at our gates.
I'm excited.
Oh gods, please listen to us and be with us today.
Gods, be with us and protect us to show your eyes will be on us. You will be on our side.
It is all right. We are going to be okay. Our army will do their best. Stop freaking out and sending panic throughout the city. If any man or woman doesn't believe in me and the choices that I will make in this war, they will be sentenced, stoned, or exiled. For doing this, we'll get rid of the doubt we have in the city. Do you understand?
Oh, Aescylus, I hear the crashing at the gates. What will happen to all of our sailors? Will they ever be able to come into our city again? Question mark.
But I called upon all the gods loud and high and told them to send us immortals throughout the portals.
Oh, you pray for immortals? If their grace doesn't show, then the gods will follow along with the wall of Thebes.
Oh, let me die if that ever happens.
Yes, but if they don't, then stronger is the power divine.
Let those men sacrifice to the gods, but when it comes to the war, they must be silent and abide within. Let us pay the vows to heaven and strike no fear in our men. Have their heart be calm and not afraid. But if anyone hears of death or wounds, know that Ares ravens upon human flesh.
I hear the horses.
Well, if you hear them, then they must not be well.
The earth is moving as they grow closer to our gates.
I am here, and we have plans for this.
The pounding on the gates is loud.
Be quiet before the townspeople hear you. In silence you will face your fate.
Zeus, turn upon these men who are outside of our walls.
Please. All I can ask is for you to give me light.
The light shall I give you.
Silence! For people might hear you.
Speak no more, the fate is mine.
Please, gods, be on our side. For if you are, and we win this war, I promise the altars will be bloody with sacrifice. The best sheep, the armor of our enemies, and victorious tokens. For I will choose 6 men, 7 including myself, and take the bodies of the 7 enemies and bury them around our walls of Thebes.
Look here, comes the spy with more news.
And here comes Aescylus, son of Oedipus, ready to hear the news from the spy.
Well, I have seen the enemies, and I can say they are all at the gate. Titus is the gate called Proteus. Titus, with blood in his eyes and war cries on his lips, they all have shields in one hand and terror in their tone. Titus found favor with Athena and was good on the battlefield.
I am not scared by the shields the enemies have in their hand. These threats are powerless when it comes to fear.
Canopus is a good fighter and a strong and is enthusiastic because he is screaming a battle cry. He is wearing a shield of him naked and is carrying fire.
Although Canopus is immoral, he speaks words against Zeus. Send Megarius with luck to aid. He is sent not by pride, but of his vain truth. Megarius, the guard of the gate, will not be fearful and shrivel up, for if he is to die, he will be on our side.
The next enemy is Hippopotamus, who is a good fighter, who has smoke going out of his mouth ready to fight in the war. Aescylus is the 3rd man at the gate, specifically Nias Gate. He waits to change up on the main gate. They all snort the breath of pride, and their nostril whistles barbicle sound.
We first have Pallas, who will plant her foot by the gate and never move an inch. Then we have the maid, who will repel his force and send them away. Next to her, there is Onips, some chosen to be the front line of this war. Oh, we can fight them. See how well Hermes put brave against strong. They shall stand with the gods on their shields, but the gods won't help them because they're on our side. Zeus's victorious side, and victorious we will be.
This was meant to happen. The gods make it like this. Apollon is the 5th north gate next to Mount of Zeus' son. He is a very religious man, but he sees the spear as more holy than a god himself. He is a very young guy, but he still has fire in his eyes. Aescylus, the enemy, are here and there. They are ready to fight.
Oh, may they meet the pain they think they'll be bringing us when they try and run through the gate of Thebes. My guards will stop them. With heaven's good, we shall be victorious.
Please, gods, if you're up there, give our enemies darkness and the grave.
But I am not done. There is another enemy at another gate named Amphinius. He is waiting at the Homolade gate with your brother Polonius at that gate. Even saying his name makes me want to fight. He also has with him an army of unknown people. That is just remember to let the gods do their dirty work. They are on your side, and they're a saying, for God's love is a man fierce foe.
Our loyal cry, gods, please hear. Please save our city and send our enemies away fearful.
Yes, for the last enemy is your brother. Take away his honor and his home. He has a shield that looks pretty new. For now it is time to steer everyone where to go.
To Polynices, we will see how this should end. Whether the shield and their battle cries will carry them home. He's always been like this, never having any sort of justice. Even when he came out of my mother's womb, he didn't. Now I will go and match myself against him, ruled against one who is trying to take it away from me, brother against brother, no, enemy against enemy. To the wall!
Where's your heart, child of Oedipus? That's enough. It's one thing to just have a battle, but brother against brother, that is the worst sin of all.
It's okay. The dead have honor in them. If they didn't, then there would be no words of praise.
What is it that you desire? Don't let the adrenaline from the sword be the reason you are fighting. Get rid of this rage.
No, since the gods want us to fail, it's going to be fine. Let us follow the gates of destiny.
Why do you crave the blood of your brother? This is crazy.
My own father did this to me. Because of this curse, whoever wins gets the prize of honor.
May the changing gust change the mood. The gust will blow while the rude and frenzied at this very hour. Go now and guard the seventh gate. For when your brother sheds blood, does that mean victory?
The men are silent now, and the gods are watching. The gates are secure, each guarded with men we trust. So on the first 6 gates, we will for sure get the victory. At the seventh gate, the god was born on the 7th day, royal Apollo, who looks over the 2 sons of Oedipus.
What other sadness is among us?
Your home is safe. The price you may have to pay is debatable.
Oh, I feel their doom.
Are you done with these questions? Now match the happiness and your terror over saved city.
O mighty Zeus and guardian powers, stay with our city today. If I send forth joyous cries or weep, each are numbered now among the violence and dying with great courage. The echoes round the tomb, they are dead and lie in their own blood. Bad sounds from the 7 go with the hails of our victory. The curse Oedipus put on his sons didn't fail as the double doom with sorrow came from the feud death came. The brothers both had courage, and now they lay low. I feel bad for their mom. She didn't know this was happening.
I come to tell everyone about what now is going to happen. Eteocles will be buried in the ground on his earth bed, but not without care because he never performed his duties with care. We are only burying him because he brought his town grace. For Polynices, we will leave and let him be eaten by the dogs.
I will bury my brother's body and deal with whoever will be mad at me for after doing so. Deep in my heart, I know that as his sister, I have to do this for him. Against this outrage, I still must be a good sister to him. Never shall the dogs be eating my brother. I forbid the thought of it.
You cannot go against the city's law.
The law is useless.
It is serious. The people who escape death know it is.
I don't care about their seriousness. My brother shall have a burial.
How? You are going to have a burial for the city's enemy?
Stop talking about this. I am burning him.
Oh, will you? Well, I forbid it.
Should we just have a burial for Aescylus because everyone will weep over his death, but no one but his sister will weep for Polynices?
Let's just have them both be buried next to each other and have a funeral for both of them, so those who weep for one will weep for one, and then those who weep for the other can weep for the other. We are done.
The next enemy is Hippopotamus. Who